Ryan. You know, we were making fun of you because you got new software this week. Are you liking your software this week?
I'm still adapting. There are a lot of search terms I have to figure out.
It's like Ryan 2.0 this week.
Like uppercase Woo TV is a different search term than lowercase Woo TV, so I had to figure that out. I don't know. It should all just be the same thing.
All right, let's get to some
questions. First question comes from Daryl.
All right, Daryl, thanks a lot for your question tonight. It's been warmer and drier here in Western PA from what I've learned from Sarah Dillingham and Woo TV. Pretty sure that's what an El Nino year should be.
Yeah, you know, that warmer, drier northern tier, that's what we expect. And we expect it to be warmer because generally the polar jet stream has retreated well to the north. But that doesn't mean that you can't get big dips in the polar jet stream. And we've had those with these Arctic blasts that we've had come through.
Yeah,
well, that's one reason Washington, New York have higher than normal snowfall. It was one dip and one storm.
Yeah, that's all you need.
All right, time for one more quickly. This one from Preston.
Preston, thanks for your question tonight as well. And asking, will Illinois get any more snow this year?
I'll tell you what, it may be in the cards. We're going to come back in a few minutes and talk about the potential for that. If this system tracks any more further west, Illinois could be in line. And we've got a few weeks to go before we get
there's always time for another clipper or two as well.
Over.
All right, thanks everyone for your questions. Keep sending them. WUTV on Twitter. To the weekend. Before we get there, though, let's answer some viewer questions.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Let's do it. Ryan, have at it.
All right, the first one up is from Descents.
All right, from Descents 12. Why does dew point matter? Because on AMHQ, Jen Carfagno raves about him.
Jen
Carfagno is known as the Dew Point Diva.
She is. She has that website, too.
Channel.
Yeah.
She has her own website, Dew Point Diva.
Really?
But it's really it's just a measure of how much moisture's in the atmosphere, whether it's humid, whether it's dry.
It has a lot to do with fog formation, precipitation falling, the type of precipitation, all of those factors.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing to know about the dew point.
The next question is coming from Brent.
Thanks, Brent, for your question tonight. Happy Friday to you. Just had some thunder snow in Ottawa.
Wow.
Second time in my life. Last time was 17 years ago in Sudbury, Ontario.
Wow.
Bravo.
You and Cantori got to get together.
Bravo. The capital of Atlanta, of Canada, Ottawa, Ontario. I've got the South on my mind.
Apparently.
Great place. They're, I think their OHL hockey team, the Ottawa 60s. No, that was their
But they have the
football
Senators.
They do have the Senators. They're
Rich told us it was Senators.
So let's get another one in, Ryan.
All right, this one's from Mimi.
All right, thank you very much, Mimi. Do you think this horrible non-winter is a one-off or a taste of things to come? Where's Mimi from? Do we know where Mimi's from? By chance?
No.
Wherever Mimi's from, she's had a lack of
winter,
apparently.
I don't believe it's a one-off. I think we're going to see many more, as I would term them, good winters, snowy winters. But there's a lot to be said about the fact that we continue to see a warming globe, and that's going to have
an influence.
And it could still be warm somewhere else and be cold here. We've just kind of been experiencing most of the warmth because of the pattern that's set up right
this year.
So
Mimi doesn't have a location in her Twitter account.
All right, well, thank you all for your questions tonight. And don't forget, we do it every single day on the show, so keep sending them via Twitter. All right, let's take you to Indianapolis this evening, and a video uploaded to our Twitter account. You can see a piece of roof lifting off here in Indianapolis. Our wind advisory, by the way, has just expired, but listen to that. It has been a wicked day for sure here in the Midwest. I think our highest wind gusts around Chicago topped out more than 70 miles per hour.
I guess you could say it was windy there today. Windy? Come on.
Windy and Indy. And they raised the roof apparently. Stretched the roof. All right, Nick Walker, update us on our forecast. Get us through that weekend.
All right, let's talk about it. We've got some pretty decent conditions tonight around much of the south. Even the northeast not looking too bad. We've got some snow trying to fall, but, you know, talk about dew points earlier. Very low dew points. The air is so incredibly dry. Not much of that hitting the ground. Some rain there around the Great Lakes. The wind should die down there around the Chicago area. There's all that blue on the map, but again, nothing more than just a few flurries, some light rain showers here during the night. Then we get into tomorrow, and look at all the sunshine here around much of the Midwest. The wind should die down for a better day around Chicago. And look at this. After some rain today in Seattle, even the sun pops out. They got some new snow up in the mountains, and there should be some great skiing. Just put on the sunscreen. Then there's Sunday, and then we've got rain coming into many areas of the south. Watch out for thunderstorms there around Dallas, and a renewed chance of rain back toward the Pacific Northwest as well.
All right, we want to help you get through the weekend. So we've got our pick cities this weekend, places where you can enjoy some great weather, maybe some great events as well. For me, St. Pete, Florida. Look at the weather this weekend. Fantastic sunshine, temperatures in the 70s. Tonight it's food trucks at St. Pete Pier. Brian Adams at Coachman Park. They've got the Seafood and Blues Festival this weekend and the Fine Arts Festival. This is the place to be, my pick.
Nice.
Very nice. I'm instead going to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, right on the coast. A little cloudy, still a little warm. Happening this weekend. My brother is starring in the final weekend of Almost Maine. So I'm going there to watch him in a show
have a good
South
time.
Carolina.
Looks good.
Okay, well, I'm going West Young Woman, okay, and I'm headed out to Lubbock, Texas, and now the weather's going to be beautiful there this weekend. Middle of the 80s, sunny conditions. This will be a little bit cooler on Sunday by the time we get